Hunter Biden plea deal and your reaction?
My first reaction is it continues to show the two-tier system in America. If you are the president's leading political opponent, the DOJ tries to literally put you in jail and give you prison time. If you are the president's son, you get a sweetheart deal. Now, this does nothing to our investigation. It actually should enhance our investigations because the DOJ should not be able to withhold any information now, saying that because of pending investigation, they should be able to provide Chairman Comer with any information that he requires.
I'm actually shocked to see what is going on here, but the former president predicted it that they would do exactly like this. Just look at what has just happened with Hunter Biden, just going free for all of these. If you have been following this channel for some time, you realize I once did a video where Trump pardoned Lee Wen after being sentenced, for the possession of this same firearm for about 10 years in prison. Now, somebody would just go free with all this.
These issues of conflict of interest and playing off his name and the Biden family name will be investigated by Congress, by Republicans in Congress, and the issue is not going away.
But doesn't this show, Carl, that Biden is not in the pocket of the DOJ? I mean...
Yeah, and again, it depends on, so how do you look at it? Do you look at it and you say, look, they prosecuted anyway, his son now has a criminal record. Yes, that shows, that it would seem to show there was no interference. He didn't pull the plug on the investigation. He didn't order his attorney general to pull the plug on the investigation. But what Republicans will say is that this didn't look at the bigger, more serious allegations about whether or not, I mean, the Republicans have made lots of major allegations against Biden, against President Biden. They call it the Biden crime family. They claim they've, traded off their name, that they've gotten money from foreign entities illegally. None of that's been proven. There's no evidence of that. But they're going to continue those investigations and make those allegations.
So on a scale of 1 to Jared taking $2 billion from the Saudis, how does this look?
Look, I don't, want to compare it with what Jared Kushner has done, but there are significant concerns about Hunter Biden's business dealings. He has the contract that he had with the Ukrainian energy company, also his business dealings in China. I mean, one of the details that we reported earlier that they were looking into that's just so strange, Hunter Biden was given a 2.8 carat diamond from a Chinese business associate. I mean, what's it all about? We don't know. Again, it's not a $2 billion deal with the Saudis. You're absolutely right. And Republicans, there's no shortage of hypocrisy coming from the Republicans who are willing to give Donald Trump a pass on everything that's come out, but are, yelling and screaming about Hunter Biden. But that hypocrisy doesn't mean that there isn't something fundamentally at issue here with Hunter Biden.
Somebody is going free. I have been saying this for some time. They will pretend like they want to charge him. At the end of the day, nothing will happen. According to this article, I recently came across Hunter Biden agrees to plead guilty in tax case and avoid prosecutions on gun charge. Hunter Biden, the surviving son of the president, has been charged with federal offenses related to his taxes and business dealings, the U.S. Justice Department said Tuesday. The younger Biden has agreed to plead guilty to 2 offenses related to his filing of federal income taxes. Federal authorities also charged him with a felony firearm offense, which he agreed to enter a pretrial diversion agreement that allows him to avoid prosecution. According to David, the Delaware U.S. attorney, Biden did not pay federal income taxes for either 2017 or 2018, despite owing more than $100,000 in taxes each year. Additionally, in October 2018, Biden possessed a firearm. Despite knowing he was an unlawful user of and addicted to a controlled substance, officers said. If convicted, Hunter Biden faces a maximum penalty of 12 months in prison on each of the taxes charges and a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison on the firearm charge, but office noted that actual sentences determined by judges are typically less than the maximum. A source familiar with the deal said the Justice Department had agreed to recommend probation on the tax charges, but the judge will make the ultimate decision. Your office added that the investigation is ongoing, though Chris Clark, Biden's attorney, said in a statement with the announcement of two agreements between my client Hunter Biden and the state attorney office for the District of Delaware. It is in my understanding that the 5-year investigation into Hunter is resolved. Clark added, I know Hunter believes it is important to take responsibility for this mistake he made during a period of turmoil and addiction in his life. He looks forward to continuing his recovering and moving forward. The White House declined comment on the charges. The president and first lady love their son and support. I don't want to read all this crazy stuff.
A major development in the federal investigation into Hunter Biden, the son of President Joe Biden. Let's get right to Kara Scannell for details on this. Kara, I understand there is a plea agreement. What have you learned?
Yeah, John, this 5-year-long investigation now coming to a head. We have learned from new court filings at the U.S. District Court here in Wilmington, Delaware, that Hunter Biden has agreed to plead guilty to multiple criminal charges. I'm going to walk you through this. One of these charges involves, these are 2 counts of failing to file tax returns in a timely fashion. Those are misdemeanors. He's also going to plead guilty to a charge of a firearm offense. This is the possession of a firearm while you are addicted to a controlled substance. Now, the firearm offense is going to be diverted. And what that means is that if he meets certain conditions, that charge will go away. This will be over a set period of time. Otherwise, it's the tax misdemeanor charges that he has been charged with. Now, this is a plea deal that he has reached with the U.S. Attorney's Office here. That U.S. Attorney, David Weiss, was a Trump appointee and someone that Joe Biden, the president, did not replace. And one of the reasons why he didn't replace him was because of this investigation. They wanted to avoid any appearance of political interference. I know we are seeing more court filings will be hitting the docket, so we should learn a little bit more information about this. But this certainly does resolve a long-running investigation. And remember, this investigation had included allegations where they were looking into potential money laundering offenses, potential foreign lobbying offenses, and it had really narrowed over the past year, as me and my colleagues have been reporting, to these issues of tax evasion, or in this case, it was the untimely filing of paying the taxes, and also looking at a potential gun-related charge. Now, we also reported that back in April, they began negotiations between Biden's legal team and the Justice Department to try